Soposha. Nyatose vikiala kisa tiasa. Thank you for joining me for part 2. Miasotoshimi ala kisa takea. Lahina golianto sopokia. As we join together in the spirit of flight and using, understanding the idea that we can continue to use these physical permission slips, whatever they be, crystals, whether it's crystals or oracle cards or mantras or symbols, whatever it is that we're using to ground ourselves and yet allow ourselves to fly, and to utilize this energy of the Sagittarian energy of Saturn and being in the galactic center as and right now also Mercury, the messenger, is in Sagittarius right now, and it's retrograde. It's asking us now, what barriers are in place for us? What we're being asked to literally see what barriers are standing in the way of our own manifestations. Asking our guides through these permission slips, whether it's crystals, whether it's meditation, holding your crystal and asking it, whether it's using your pendulums, whether it's other readers, whether it's going to channelings, whether it's having a private session with somebody, using this information in a new way that allows you to take this immense energy and this expansion from the galactic center, and asking Mercury the messenger to give you the messages loudly and clearly, and going and allowing yourself to unplug, giving yourselves moments every day to unplug and hear the messages from your guides and from your higher self, from that place of higher love, that higher learning, and trusting that yes, the answers that were there out there for you before are not necessarily the answer for you today. All of us are being guided now to take that information, assimilate it, and then take this time to integrate the information. Don't be overstimulated. Take what information you're being guided to, and then let it simmer. Let it deliver. Allow Mercury to deliver the messages that the guides are offering, and to magnify this energy for all of us right now, and to take advantage of this time and moving into the winter solstice for the northern hemisphere, and the summer solstice for the southern hemisphere, and that time of that balance, of perfect balance, that's what, and there's so many other planetary aspects, but that are involved with this. So I was also reminded that to when we're documenting our progress, we forget how far we've come, and when we give ourselves a bad time about not being further, we have to remind ourselves of how far we've come, and by jotting down notes of our ascension process, if you will, we're reminded to where we've been and how far we've come in such a short time. And I remember hang on, I need a drink of water. We're guided to remember how everything is now, in that just like anything else that you watch now, that regardless of when it was created, and that includes when you created a particular idea in your own journal. since everything is now, when you go back to look at that progress, there's new information held there for you, for all of us. And I find it interesting that the day after I had started that Bashar self-love project, I was also I was going inward, and very similar to the energy that I was guided to in the last couple of weeks, and to take that time to really integrate the information. And I had to laugh because at the entry back then at the time, and this was back in July of 2016, the first entry was go inward. Be selective with your time and energy. Be in the purpose of the moment. This is where you stop time. Unplug in the literal sense. Unplugging unplugs your pipes. It causes us to allow the synchronicities, allow the judgment to fall away, and it allows the synchronicities to unfold, that we can live in the place of harmony, allowing things to happen. It causes us to be in the now, being in that joyous place. When we unplug, we hear our own higher self speaking. Often, we look to the media to solve our inner puzzles, only to discover we are more puzzled than when we began. Because at the end of the day, you still must assimilate all that you have digested and sort it out, categorize and label it, and then figure out how and what it applies to. In the end, you look within, decide what feels true for you. They're all permission slips. When you unplug, you skip some of them by understanding you are still talking to your higher self, your spirit guides, your heart. Your heart. Self-love. Your heart is an entity. It has an intelligence. It is a living, breathing, thinking entity. That is the true gate. The true portal of your existence. All information is processed in the heart mind. To distinguish what matches your core soul vibration, creating an emotional response to the information that acts as a compass needle to direct you, by way of joy or pain, to lead you. Always, always in the direction in which you perceive to be less painful, closer to your core vibration. The pain and sadness that you experience is simply your heart mind telling you your higher dimensional counterparts are showing you that what you are feeling about yourself in that now can never be true. That is your self-love compass. It will show you. Oops, my page here. Sorry, guys. It will show you what you need to do when you need to do it based upon this formula. It never fails. It will always guide you. It will always lead you on the path of least resistance, for that is your natural vibration. Peace, calm, clarity, knowing you are being guided by yourself and your guides, your other aspects of yourselves, and those that you agreed together to be each other's reflections of self-love. Self-learning, the ability to learn from yourselves and all that you have been, for you contain all this information stored within the all, stored within you, and it's always accessible. Every question you have ever posed, the answer is there awaiting your discovery. Allow yourself to be guided moment by moment using your new compass to that which is what you perceive to be the most exciting thing you can do at the moment, until you can take it no further, just like Bashar said, without expectation, and see the wonder of the world that you can create. You are powerful enough to breathe. Your thoughts are powerful enough to breathe into reality anything you desire. Therefore, you can, of course, create that which you do prefer. Thank you for being you, the best way, the best you know how to be, moment by moment, following this formula, this portal to self-discovery, and the true experience of loving yourself completely and wholly will change you forever. Misato simia Eliano Sapiashono Iarakosanate wa Inukua Poluhana Kulake. Somur Siaro Sono Biala Koyama Isateshe. And it brought this moment into completeness in knowing that everything is perfect in every now, and that sadness is a judgment, and that this moment is somehow not perfect for you in this now, that you're not grounding this higher energy, and that you are believing something about yourself that your higher selves and all your other fractals are telling you is not true and never can be true. And by allowing the self-love in, you send that self-love out to all the other fractals that they also may experience, and all that is may experience this realization of self-love. And I'm going to take a moment to breathe and meditate, and I'm going to shuffle the cards, and I'm going to pull 3 cards and ask our guides what it is that we need to hear in this moment, all of us, to take advantage of this time and this energy, this idea of self-freedom, of self-expression, of clarity, of guiding us to our clearest, highest vibration. Mila kuriasanote, ima aloha mashatoke. Mori samriano koleando so orokoshete kileanda sete. So se pukukua pali naniana kwa lashete kiamoto koya. Aliasanate. Siatosimi ila kanyata okoshnata se. Sianokoya. And we thank the angels for being with us today, and we thank our ancients, our ancestors, the elements, the elementals, the native spirits and the nature spirits, the angels of Sagittarius. I feel the archangel energy here with me strongly now. Metatron, Zadkiel, Ratnak, Eotosebaya, Adnakiel, Raguel, Yaweshiawayikiela, Olihisanatodikiaweshia. The angels and the cherubim and the seraphim, Wayona, the seraphim angels, Yawadikiela Koyama Haukoshina. And what information do we need for our own expansion? What information from our native spirits? This native spirit deck from Denise Lynn, and I don't believe it. Freedom, the horse. You guys saw me pull it. I'm speechless. Sagittarians, freedom. Wow. And that truly was a magical moment. Thank you guides. Thank you, angels of Sagittarius. You just can't make this stuff up, huh, guys? And this is the Earth Magic deck from Stephen D. Farmer. And that the last one was the Native Spirit deck from Denise Lynn. So what Earth Magic do our guides need to deliver to us today? Our Mercury, the messenger in Sagittarius, Mercury retrograde, asking us to reflect, to unplug, to sit back and hear the messages that will ground us. And the backs of these cards, here we are once again, the grounding energy deep, deep into the earth. And I've got my feathers over here flying high into the sky, the birds, the gems hanging in the trees, the jewels, the abundance that we're all reaching for just by being ourselves. And the tree as it reaches out to the sun from our inner earth friends and family, our guides from above and below, helping us reach. What is the message? What magic awaits us? Dance. And look, you guys, I have to show this to you because I shared this is a message for a dear friend of mine, Dance, the front of my journal, and this journal's almost full. I've only got like 2 pages left in it. And the first, dance, be happy. Dance like no one is watching. Sing like no one's listening. And believe me, that's what I do. Love like you've never been hurt. And live like there's no tomorrow. Dance. Dance from your heart. Live from your heart. Dance in divinity. Everything you do in every moment, bring this into what you do. Allow yourself to move into that belief that you can dance yourself into abundance by doing what you love, by creating what you see in your visions, by your own love of self. What a beautiful message. And the Gateway deck by Denise Lynn. What message do we have to complete this trinary gateway? That to open ourselves fully. To open up our own inner gateways, our own divinity, our own divine DNA of all the aspects and fractals of all of our star systems, every level of our being. How can we best open our own inner gates? Savoring pleasure. That's it, guys. It's as simple as that. the gate. The gateway is savoring the pleasures of life, the nature, the bubble baths, the candles, the music, the dancing, the drawing, the meditating, the bliss that I received myself this morning just in that place of meditation, this place of exploration, of letting go of expectation, letting go of judgment, of self-judgment, and just being with my visions, with my manifestations, with allowing the visions to come and be placed out there into the ethers, and letting go of the how, of the why, of the when, of the who, and just allowing and knowing that my guides have got all that covered. I can just breathe. I don't have to worry about how it's going to get here. I don't have to worry about that what I've got now isn't enough to bring what I need and what I want, because I will, just by savoring these simple pleasures, I will be given by guidance what action to take next from this place of grounded, self-loving energy. Savoring these pleasures of food and drink, the very things that this Bashar's guidance on these 7 days of the week of the simple pleasures, the things that based upon the things we cannot live without: air, water, the breath, the joy I received today just from breathing today brought me so many things that I want to share with you just about breathing. So this idea of air, breathing, that without the breath we aren't alive. Without water, we aren't alive. Without food, we aren't alive. Without feeling comfort, we don't feel alive. Without feeling acceptance, we aren't alive. We need these things. We need to be nurtured in order to feel alive. Things wither and die when they're not nurtured, when they're not watered, when they're not fed, when they're not given sunlight, when they're not given love, when they're not allowed to dance, when they're not allowed to be free, when they're not savoring the simple pleasures of life, the sun, the moonlight, the water we drink, the food we eat. When we don't savor, we're not being in gratitude. And this is the gateway, the key. The gate is gratitude, of savoring these pleasures that allow our hearts to dance with wild abandon, that allow us to connect to the earth and the sky, dancing, music, drums. They allow us to dance. They allow us to move the energy. They allow us to fly like the eagle. They are the spirit. They allow us this idea of freedom, of wild abandon, of seeing vistas we've never seen before, of shooting our arrows out into what it is that we want, and becoming abundant and reaping these jewels, because we're dancing. We're just letting our hearts dance. We're taking that bubble bath. We're sitting in that 5 minutes, if that's all you got, of meditation time. Of letting the barriers drop, of, you know what, dance like no one's watching, sing like no one's listening. If I worried for one moment about what I looked like or sounded like, I wouldn't be here today celebrating these years with you on YouTube. I wouldn't even be in front of the camera. Love again like you've never been hurt. You know, every moment is now. Every moment is new. What happened didn't happen. It happened as an experience for you to give and learn and create from, and live like there's no tomorrow, because time does not exist. We created time. You stop time, you stop aging when you're loving who you are and living in your love of who you are and doing what and dancing the divine dance. This is what higher love is. Ascending. This support of our celestial guides, of the earth, of Gaia, of finding this higher love is right here within us. So boshne we ina kilitia so to sipikela ne orosha kiwa. Mi ala tuya nawa helana hi moroa lena ti hate nasane. This is what you were born to do. You were born to live. You were born to eat and breathe and drink and love. You were born, your DNA was born to create, you are a creator. We create, we physically create what we dream of. I dreamed I wanted a chair, and here I am. Somoshatoya iboteana. Create, dear ones. You are perfect and magnificent. So Mayasha, sing and dance and live and love. Stop time. Stop aging. Enjoy. Now poyata. Matoya sanaka. Sanyatoya tiamakya. Ayanwa hayolo anahe. No, freedom, freedom. Freedom lies in savoring the pleasures of dancing and singing and loving. Run, run like the Sagittarian, run like the horse, be free. Feel the energy from the galactic center. Feel Saturn's rings wrapping around you, wrapping around us. As it leaves the galactic center, let it leave you in this idea of freedom, of savoring your simple pleasures and knowing that will create all the abundance you need. Dance, love, live. I love you. Masotoshiwa Eliana Okosanate, Neawasuno Orshnateawa, the Elohim, the emissaries of the Light Collective, the angels, your guides, the ancestors, the ascended masters. Thank you for being in this way, in this now with us today. Neokoya. Opening your hearts and grounding it here in the earth and allowing this light energy to walk with you in every moment as you live and breathe and dance and eat and sing and gather in your festivities. Naso neokoya shaili anokoya shanate. So siamokua taishuro o makaye. Late sanakea sonote neotoshe. And remember, when you sit in this beautiful position, you are grounding the energy and creating the triangle, the trilogy, the trianary of the Christ consciousness of the connection of the body, the mind, and the spirit. Neo nuya satoshe. So posonote wayana uakia. Activating the light codes within you. So whether it is the candlelight, the festival lights, let them remind you of the light within you, the empowerment and the activation of your own divine light, your own higher love and existence. Krishna, Alakea, I love you, I love you, I love you. Sonokoya Teyashanakia. And we are one. And the one is the all. And the all are the one. In whatever name we are, the one. Mahala. I love you. Namaste. Namaste.